We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pawhuska, wants you to know they are still the same friendly hometown bank. Local people that live, work, and worship right here in Cushing. Providing you the same great service, more convenient products and technology, making your local banking experience even better. A great bank, serving a great community. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pawhuska.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
for the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pawhuska, wants you to know they are still the same friendly hometown bank. Local people that live, work, and worship right here in Cushing. Providing you the same great service, more convenient products and technology, making your local banking experience even better. A great bank, serving a great community. Bank of Cushing, a branch of Blue Sky Bank Pawhuska.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just...
Okay, guys.
Test 1 2, Mike. Test 1 2.
Are you muted?
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test.
Aha, there you are. Okay.
1 2 3.
So let's do a full. Do you need more?
I can't hear me.
You can't hear you? Okay. So all we got to do is crank you up. Now I've got you pretty low right now.
Mike, test 1 2. There we go.
Hey, yeah, perfect.
Okay, Bruce.
Yeah, test.
Hang on.
All right, hanging.
Okay. Go again, Bruce.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Okay. Check. Can you guys hear me?
Check.
All right. Give me a Tiger football.
You're watching right here on Hub Network Live. Tiger Football. Be right back after this.
Welcome to Tiger Football.
Okay. Tell me about your ears. Can you hear okay?
Yes.
Good.
All
right. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4. Back to commercials.
Loud and clear.
If you're watching, the Hub Network will be here at game time. We're about 10 minutes before.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best. most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate systems stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial, we strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate with a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the realms of installing and managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the ever-evolving field of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma Cup and esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
It's time to talk to Bluepeak about fiber reliable internet for your home and business in Cushing. Sign up for updates and best deals at mybluepeak.com/Cushing.
At Davis Dental Studio, our patients are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate dentist. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio. You're not just a patient, you're a friend.
Embark on a thrilling journey in the world of storytelling, where you'll collaborate.
Offensive and defensive MVP selections are brought to you by RCB Bank in Cushing. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Watch the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown, Fridays at 6:45.
Coop's Game Ball is brought to you by Coop's Fast Lube and Tire on Main Street in Cushing. Stop by Coop's today for the quickest oil change in town.
Walk into the world of beauty and unleash your passion in a dynamic, real salon environment. Join this class to master the art of hairstyling, coloring, perming, and updos, while also gaining expertise in facials, theatrical fantasy makeup, nails, manicures, pedicures, and lashes, opening doors to a vibrant career in the captivating field of cosmetology. With classroom salon hours open to the public, you get to practice your skills on real people as you work to become a licensed cosmetologist. Learn more at Central Tech.
The Davis Dental Scoreboard is brought to you by Davis Dental Studio, a proud supporter of Cushing TiGER football and the Hub Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cushing TiGER Football Live right here on Hub Network Live. You're joining us tonight from beautiful Oologah, Oklahoma. And Bruce, here we are. Tigers come in 4-1, and they came off a really good win last week versus a good Grove team. What do things look like this week against Oologah?
It's like you said, we came off a good win and a positive win because really both Grove and Cushing had not been tested up to this point in a district game. The big thing for me is our quarterback has done superb the last in the conference game. In the non-conference games, he threw 7 interceptions. So far, he hasn't thrown one in our conference game. He is supporting 119 attempts, 75 catches, 1,300 yards, and that's just totally impressive, Travis.
They'll bring that in this evening, and that's exactly where I wanted to start off here. We're at the midpoint of the season. We've got our non-conference behind us. We're in the conference play. We're just 2 games into that. And the word that comes to my mind is weapons. And that's what's been getting the Tigers through this start of the season. We're on the backside now, and weapons comes to mind because the Tigers have several.
I would like to see Kellen Fry get more involved tonight. We saw him against Grove. They tried him up the middle. There was no ground to be gained there. That defensive line of Grove was just too tough. But they started running Kellen off of the tackles and off the tight end and had productive yardage, real good yardage. So I'd like to see him get more involved. Our receivers are doing great. So far, Simpson has 21 catches, 382 yards, 4 TDs. Sharp has 21 catches, 410.
The opening kick is fielded around the 3-yard line. Oologah with the return. Tigers will receive open the second half. The Tigers will swallow that one up around the 18, maybe 19-yard line, and that's where Oologah Mustangs will begin.
Baker Butler, once again, he's going to start out strong with that first tackle on that. Defensively, the Tigers have just been spectacular in the conference division. Non-conference, they were feeling it out, just trying to figure out what personnel needed to go where, what different lineups, but they have just come on like gangbusters.
Here's the first play from line of scrimmage for Oologah. The snap, the handoff goes straight ahead. Tiger defense bends a little but won't break. Gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Good job by Kellen Fry to shoot that gap, get in the backfield, and hold him up till reinforcements. We got a Tiger on the ground.
Also in on the play was Jacob Martin as the coaches go out to tend to this quick injury timeout. Be a Blue Peak Fiber injury timeout. We'll get the tongue twisters and throw a little more at everybody tonight so they can really think we're crazy.
And again, at halftime we'll have the RCB halftime with Travis and myself bringing it to you on Votes Notes. So stay tuned for that. And right now, I can't see who's on the ground for the Tigers.
We're just underway now, 11:42 remaining in the opening quarter, and this is just this will be the first play from the line of scrimmage. Looked like a pickup of 2, second down and 8 upcoming.
And I'm assuming it's probably a linebacker, just like I said, assuming a linebacker or a tight end shooting in the backfield, and it was 55 was the injured Tiger, Max Hoover. He come up limp, and they're carrying him arm in arm. He looks like he's favoring an ankle maybe.
Be something they'll definitely take a look at and hopefully have the opportunity to get wrapped up, and we'll see if he can return tonight or he may need a week's rest. Max has been very, very important to the interior defensive line throughout the year.
Max has just been stellar on that interior, getting in the backfield. Many tackles this year. I don't have the numbers on that right now, but I can get that.
Here we are, 2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs. The fakes a handoff, looks to run. Quarterback keeper right side. Nicely taken out of bounds. In pursuit for the Tigers.
And that was a great
Jacob
tackle
Martin.
by Jacob Martin. Had some help in there with Kellen Fry.
It's going to be a loss on the play, puts the ball back at the 15-yard line.
Had no stats on the Oologah Mustangs because Max Prep didn't have any posted, so I really don't know what their offense is about.
I'm trying to get a look at the quarterback's number. They're kind of hard to read as he passes here in the flats, easily covered up quickly by the Tigers. That's going to be Bryce Ward on the stop.
And 16 is the quarterback for the Mustangs.
Thank you for that. I do have a picture of their roster on the phone, so we'll continue to work those names in as we can. You got one right there. Yeah. Perfect. Jacob Bright. That'll bring up a 4th down and 10. The Tigers hold wonderfully on defense. Exactly what we want to come out and see them do at the start of every game and throughout the contest. That'll put Simpson in the return. They have wisely kicked away from Simpson as he's one of those weapons that I mentioned for the Tigers so far this year. That'll bring the offense out. Roman Tucker, who you credited at the pre-kickoff, him and his troops will take the field 1st and 10 in good field position.
And you're right about Simpson. He had that 35-yard punt return a couple of games ago, and I'm sure that they were watching that on the field because it wasn't given to him. He had to do a lot of running around the field, running around people, but he got the touchdown.
The Tiger O-line, who were RCB MVPs a couple weeks ago, come out to lead the Tigers down the field, starting from the Mustang 44-yard line. Here's the snap. Sharp with the carry. Coming near side, I'm stand corrected. That is Ward with the carry. He'll gain a couple on the play, maybe 4.
4 for Bryce.
Tigers showed more of a bunch set offense. He makes it to the 39-yard line.
I actually like the play. He came from the tight end or the wide receiver from the far side, come between the quarterback and the center, got the pitch and the yardage.
Now the pass from Tucker looks deep downfield, has a man there. Now that's sharp. It's in and out of his hands as he made a diving catch. Good effort by Sharp, but he was wide open. That's what you like to see. I've mentioned Sharp as another one of those Tiger weapons.
And the thing is, we've had some rain up here, so that ball's going to be a little wet for a little bit until that field maybe dries out.
I kind of feel like the field. I need to dry out a little bit. I said it's going to get cold tonight. Nah, we looked that up. Is it going to rain? Didn't look it up. Good decision. Good pat on the back.
Hadn't rained in a long time.
3 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near. Tucker looks sideline, gets the signals from the coach. Here we are on 3rd down and 5. Moves Fry to his left. There's the snap, looks left, back right. Screen play, goes to Sharp. This one's blocked well. And he has room and makes his way down inside the 20. They'll spot him at around the 17-yard line. And that'll be good for a Tiger 1st down and 10.
21 yards on that catch and carry for Sharp. That's a good way to start out your passing on the night.
2 wide receiver look, both sides. Looking left, fires out in the flats. Has this one to Ward. He'll get down near the 10-yard line. Another positive gain for the Tigers.
They're going to give Ward 4 yards on that catch and not many yards after the catch.
Spot the ball at the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 4 as the Tigers now have the whole near side of our field. We're on the visitors' bench, but the Tigers have that much room to work with.
The Oologah Mustangs are doing a lot of blitzing.
Let's run over the right side, tries to get the pylon and does. Touchdown Tigers. Fry over the right side.
Great job by Fry coming over the right side. We've seen him all last week against Grove, hitting that left side, that right side. Good to get him involved.
So the Tiger offense shows a mixture of starting with a run, finishing with a run, and throwing some passes in between. Offense looking like they're picking up right where they stopped last week.
A 12-yard run for Fry. And we talked about that, Travis, to get him more involved tonight. And
Miller, the kick is up, and the kick is good. The Tigers lead this one 7-0 with 9:03 remaining in the first quarter.
Great job by the Tigers offensively. Worked the ball. Like you said, they ran it, they passed it. They looked at the defense. They know what the defense is bringing to them. We saw the defense doing a lot of blitzing this time, so I don't know if that's going to be the norm for the night. I don't know what they saw on the film that would suggest Tucker really is not rattled by any rushing. Last week he sat in the pocket.
Tigers are now set to kick from their own 40-yard line.
And you mentioned several times last week that, Tucker, when he sits in the pocket, he looks over the field, and when he makes that decision to run, he makes a smart decision to run.
Yeah, the maturity going into the senior campaign has a year behind him now. He's had 5 games this year. He's just gotten better as the years progress. As you mentioned, after we hit district play, he's been a little bit kneel on the interceptions. We'll knock on wood for that. As this high end-over-end kick, there's not much breeze, will go out of the end zone. A familiar landing zone for Miller.
And he's just been spot on, reliable all year long. Kicks it almost right at the goal line every time on the kickoff.
That'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will start, 1st and 10.
I would like to see the Tigers get into a friendlier game where they can have Miller try some field goals, because I think once we get down toward the end of the year, we're going to need a field goal or two.
And another one of the Tiger weapons that I believe is in the arsenal all year long this year. This rollout by Bright finds his receiver. Sharp is there to knock it down. That pass was intended for number 4.
And that Sharp's first tackle.
The incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Right now, the Mustangs haven't been able to get anything going offensively, and positive yards has not been part of it.
Here's a snap in the blitz. Almost gets Bright. He does complete the pass. However, those guys are all over him, and it'll be a loss on the play. Called a loss of 1. Will bring up 3rd down and 11.
Great play back there on the corner with Sharp. Staying home, waited for the play to develop, and then pounced on the tackle. Two tackles for Sharp. The offense, Mustang, is kind of non-existent at the moment. They just not able to get anything on track. Stunts by the Tigers have really kept them off balance.
Tiger defense at the start of the year, with some getting started was a little bit slow. This deep pass goes down the field. Roman Tucker's there.
Oh.
Almost a tricky catch. That pass was intended for number 1, Aiden Gaines.
Roman, it looked like he got a hand on that and was just in a better position than the Mustang receiver. But we've seen that all year with Tucker back there at that free safety. Roman back and forth and going with his name. Just done a spectacular job. A couple interceptions for him this year.
Simpson will be set to return this as 4th down and 11. Mustangs elect to punt. The punt is away clean, and it's deep. It will be towards the sideline again, go out of bounds at the 41-yard line of the Tiger side of the field, and that's where the Tiger offense will come back out and see if they can't run a string of touchdowns together.
And the Mustangs have a good punter. I mean, those are good 30, 35-yard punts he's putting up.
He was standing around his own 10-yard line.
Yeah.
So the Tiger offense takes the field, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
Tucker 1 for 2, 21 yards and a touchdown pass. And that recipient was Sharp, 21 yards. I'm sorry, not Sharp has 1 catch for 21 yards.
This direct snap, Fry will be the running back. Straight ahead, should be enough for the first down.
13 yards for Fry.
They'll mark him to the 47-yard line of the Oologah side of the field.
2 carries, 25 yards for Fry. And this is the game to give Fry 18, 20 carries. Let him see what he can do.
Here's Tucker. 3 wide receivers to the right side. He looks to the right side. Can't get that one in his hands and almost intercepted. That was intended for Sharp.
That was a little high.
Just a bit out of reach.
And again, quarterback receiver not getting that timing down yet, but it's like we say every game, Tigers don't get warmed up till after the first quarter.
Looking at 2nd down and 10 from the 47. 3 wide receivers near side once again. Fry to Roman's right. Handoff is to Fry. He has a hole. He fights for more. Still on his feet, eventually taken down near the 43-yard line. Be a gain of around 5 yards. We'll see where they finally place it.
They're going to give him 4 yards, right?
Yep, they bring it up 3rd down and 6.
3 rushes, 29 yards for Fry.
Here's Tucker now, 2 wide receivers both sides. Mustangs jump off sides. We'll make sure that's the penalty. Indeed, that's the initial infraction. That'll be 5 more. Tigers will face a 3rd down and 1. We like those 3rd and short situations.
We do, and the Tigers have been pretty spot on their 3rd down plays so far this year. High percentage of making it. I don't have those numbers, but we've seen the Tigers move the ball offensively very well.
2 wide receivers near side, 1 wide receiver to the far side. Fry with the handoff straight ahead, has a blocker, has room, has wheels. Still not touched. Makes his way down near the 10, still on his feet, taken down at the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle made by the Mustangs as Fry was sniffing the end zone. That tackle made by Uriah Hooks.
39-yard run for Fry right up the middle between the guard and tackle on that right side. 68 yards rushing for Fry here in the first quarter with 6:06 left.
Now a bunched set, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Fry in the backfield along with Parker. Hand off to Parker. Fry is the blocker. Parker shakes, shimmies, turns, and gets really close to the goal line.
Yeah, really close. They'll give him 4 yards, but, man, he took a shot when he got about that 1 yard line.
Yeah, I'll give him 4.5. It's going to be 2nd down and 1, but it's more like a half yard. Might even, just from my viewpoint, be able to call that inches. So we reached the 5-minute mark, or we're coming close to the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Here's Fry, handoff left side, and he's untouched in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Fry, 2nd touchdown of the night. He has 69 yards on 5 carries and 2 touchdowns.
Offense getting it done. First 2 possessions. With this field goal, it will be 14-0. Miller getting set to kick. Sharp with the hold. The kick is down, or the kick is up. The kick is good. It will indeed be 14-0. Tigers doing it right.
He has a good kick, and he's been just spot on all year. Probably about a 98% rate as far as being good on extra point. I can just only remember 2 that he's missed. 14-0, Tigers lead it early, 5:18 left here in the first quarter. Tigers offensively just getting the job done. And Travis and I talked at the pregame that get Fry involved in this ball game. 5 carries, 2 touchdowns already. Passing, Tucker has 3 passes, 1 completion, 21 yards. Sharp, 1 catch, 21 yards, and Ward with a 4-yard catch.
As we're getting set for this kickoff, we just want to remind folks the Blue Peak Fiber Internet is new to Cushing, but not new to great internet. Stay connected and get updates and special offers by signing up at mybluepeak.com/Cushing. As I understand it, a 50% off for 3-month opportunity may be sitting there, so you don't want to miss out. Take advantage of that. Here's the kick by Miller. High end over end. This will be returnable. It's taken at the 9-yard line. To the right side, and it's a reverse. Tiger defense is there. Reverse might have picked up a few more yards, and I use that liberally. Maybe picked up a few more yards.
Fry and Kersey picked that up beautifully. They stayed home, played their position. Fry ran him down. Kersey finished him off.
The eventual return man was Maddox DeVilbus, a 6'1", 165-pound senior. And again, good field position for the Tiger defense as Oologah has been deep on their end of the field all night so far. 1st and 10 now from the 20-yard line. Here's Bright.
Cushing running that 4-3 defense.
That almost gets away, and that did. Sharp was on the coverage. Pass was intended for Gaines.
Yeah, there was nobody going to catch that pass. It was way, way high for both offense and defense.
Play kind of started with a high snap and ended with a high pass. We'll take it however we can get it to bring up 2nd down and 10.
5:04 left in the first. Tigers still in command of this ball game, both offensively and defensively. The Mustangs haven't made it past the 35-yard line, I don't believe.
Man in motion gets the handoff. He'll have a little room around the right side before the Tigers. Martin is there.
And
gets some help. The running back for that was Gaines once again.
Martin just followed that all the way down the line and grabbed a hold and took a ride.
Clock continues to roll. We're under the 5 minutes. We have 4:45 remaining in the first quarter. Tigers do have the 14-0 lead. Give a big shout out to our scoreboard sponsor, Davis Dental Studio, for bringing you the score as we progress through the game. We appreciate their long-time support of Hub Network Live. That infraction will be signaled against the Tigers. Offsides, 5 yards.
And if you drive by Davis Dental at Linwood and 9th, she's ready for the holidays. She has a riding lawnmower with skeletons all over it. I love her spirit.
Even skeletons need their teeth cleaned and fixed. Here's the handoff, left side. Butler is there, blows that one up in the backfield, drops him for a loss. Butler has been all over the field all year long.
He has, and he got a shirt that time, and he wasn't going to pull away from it. Tigers have been reading that offense really well. They've been sliding down the line. They've been coached very well.
You know, the preparation that goes into watching film through the week and going through the plays on the field really start to pay off on Friday nights when you see that we can read exactly what they're doing. We're in the right place at the right time, and so far the Tigers have. It brings up 2nd down and 7. Bunch of wide receivers to the near side. Bright rolls this way, pass complete, Gaines. Immediately driven out of bounds, and what appears to me, Sharp on that tackle, what appears to me is even when they do get completions, the Tiger defense is step for step with them, whereas we had a little bit of a challenge last week against a little bit more athletic Grove team. So far we haven't seen a wide receiver for the Mustangs get behind a Tiger.
No, Tigers have done good defensively, keep everybody in front of them. We've talked about that in prior games. Defensively, they're running a 3-4 defense and a 4-3 defense. It just depends on the coverage.
Here's Bright now looking to the sideline, see if they will check out of this. Looks like they'll stay in it. Moved his running back up closer to him. And they do take a timeout on the field. Didn't like what they saw. That'll be a Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout on the field. 3:03 remaining in the first quarter.
And Travis, what we were talking about on that defense, when I'm saying a 4-3, that's 4 down linemen that they're running out there. And right now they have Lucio. Ooh, there went the lights. Martin.
That's it. Got it.
Ford and Butler on that front line. So when they're running a 4-3, that's those 4 are on the defensive line, and then you have your 3 linebackers. Now if they run a 3-4, they'll bring in the additional personnel or other personnel, and they'll have the 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers.
Again, Tigers with a 14-0 lead with 3:03 remaining first quarter. Everything has happened for the Tigers so far tonight on the Oologah side of the ball, or Oologah side of the field. Certainly, if that stays true, you won't go home complaining tonight.
Yeah.
This will be a high-scoring Tiger game, low-scoring Mustang game. Knock on wood.
And they have made it to the 35-yard line.
Bright looks downfield. That one almost batted away from behind as Simpson was on the coverage.
A nice tackle by Bryce Ward.
Brought in by, that was number 3. That is Isaiah Contreras. And credit him as once he caught it, he held on because Simpson tried to get his hand right on the ball and knock it away. Brings up 1st and 10. Ball spot at the 44. High snap, gets away from Bright, still struggling. Most of the Tigers are there. This will be a big loss back to the 25-yard line.
Noah Butler along with Baker Butler on the tackle. Those 2 are pretty lethal, Travis. And it still stands. They have not made it past the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line.
Here's Bright rolling to the right side, has pressure by Fry, gets knocked down after he hits the ball. Flag will come in.
Knocked down, he got hammered.
Yeah, possibly roughing the passer.
Well, definitely one that he's going to feel for a little bit because Fry came in at full speed. He couldn't have stopped if he wanted to. And he put his shoulder into the quarterback and knocked him down.
And those are those moments that, you know, that's that close angle, close call. I've committed. I can't pull up. I did use my shoulder. I didn't go helmet to helmet, nothing like that. But the referee's saying it's too rough because the ball was already out of his hand, but it wasn't out of his hand when you start. And that's that real gray area.
Really gray. Noah Butler comes to the sideline. Lucio replaces him. So when Lucio comes in, that's when they come down with the 3 linemen. And when Noah Butler comes in, they have the 4 linemen.
So the Tiger defense has pretty much done its part, and I would say at this point the Mustangs catch a break. The ball's going to be spotted on the Tiger side of the field at the 47-yard line. It will be a 1st and 10.
And one thing about this, Travis, with the defense out there a little bit longer, it gives that offense, our offense, time to rest.
Pass on the right side, covered up by Tigers. That's Kersey on the coverage as well as, well, my mind drew a blank, Cole Cooper. He's been all over the field every game.
And the Mustangs quarterback is not getting any time at all to set up. That's why those passes are going a little high. He's not being able to plant that back foot, push forward and push off of it and keep that ball down.
Let's bring up a 2nd down and 10. Bright still looking for something bright to happen.
Nice.
He has caught a break here or there, completed a couple short passes. Looks to the right, quick pass, in and out of the hands. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
And that's the Mustangs' night. He wanted to run before he had the ball, hit him in the shoulder pads, and popped back out.
And we credit a lot of that to the Tiger, the pressure of the Tiger defense.
Absolutely.
When you've got that type of pressure, you are a little more anxious, and it can cause you to make mistakes like just exactly that.
Winding down to a minute 30 left in the first quarter, 14-0 Tigers.
Here on 3rd and 10, the defense would sure like a stop here. Lucio in to stop any potential run threat. Quarterback rolls to his left, has pressure, fires one up. A floater that goes complete to Gaines. Gaines escapes one tackler, caught from behind by Roman Tuckler. Cole Cooper there to clean it up. That was Edwards, almost had him at the point of contact.
A great catch and run after the catch. He had to go up. He had to fight for that. He had 3 Tigers around him, and he made the catch cleanly and added yardage after the catch.
So Oologah now knocking on the door for the first time. They're at the 11-yard line. They'll have one opportunity for a first down if they get inside the 1. Quick quarterback draw. He swallowed up immediately. Fry read it, closed the door.
And, we talked about that artificial turf being wet down there. The quarterback for the Mustangs slipped, kept his balance, but Fry was just too quick. Under 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll just swap fields at the end of the quarter. 14-0 Tigers, but the Mustangs are threatening on the Tiger 13-yard line.
Now, 13, let's see. Yeah, second down 12 yards to go. It didn't hurt on that last play. The quarterback did slip, but Fry read it beautifully.
Yes.
Now rolling to his right. Throws that direction, Gaines with the reception. Tigers right there immediately for the tackle. Forward progress will put the ball 7-yard line. Be a gain of 5 on the play.
That was Noah Butler. Just grabbed a hold of him, stood him up, and brought him backwards. Good job, Noah.
That's going to bring us to the end of our first quarter of play. We'll step away here for just 1 second. Rejoin us in just a moment for the second quarter. You're listening to it on Hub Network Live. Back after this.
Watch the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown, Fridays at 6:45.
Offensive and defensive MVP selections are brought to you by RCB Bank in Cushing. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Watch the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown, Fridays at 6:45.
Welcome back. Starting the second quarter. Tigers offense kind of stalled out there in the later part of the first period as the defense, Mustangs put up a nice drive and still driving.
Here's Bright from the 12-yard line, the 13-yard line. A backwards pass and a pass towards the end zone. Nobody's fooled as the Ward was in the backfield for the first pass. Put him on his back, and Simpson was out in coverage in the end zone. So trickery, no trickery.
Yeah, that just developed way too slow.
You could say this time of month that was more of a treat for the Tigers than a trick by Oologah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
Starting a little slow, but I got it.
Time to get in the mood, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Now checking for a field goal is Oologah.
I said I agree, and I realized I didn't have my headset on. Sorry. I was talking to you, and
hey, I meant what you knew.
Wondering why you weren't responding.
Oh, somebody.
That one is just off. Looks like quite a bit. So.
Yeah, it almost looked like Edwards may have gotten a hand on that one a little bit. Hard to tell from up here, as I'm trying to clean up the mess I made.
Yeah, we need to clean up on aisle 4.
What did you do?
I opened a bottle, and I didn't know it was shook up.
It was.
So it's all over me. I mean,
I'm a little disappointed.
I didn't get it on the stands or anything.
It was definitely acting its part in Old Faithful.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed we didn't have that on camera.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the Tigers now from the 20-yard line. A missed field goal isn't a turnover on downs. It is, but you get it at the 20, just like it was kicked out of the end zone. This pass complete to Ward. Again, a little slippery on the field, but he's able to get real positive yards. Only 3 after the catch.
11 yards for Sharp.
You know, in high school, they don't change their style of cleats a lot, but it's amazing what different cleats make on turf, on different types of turf, on different weather conditions on turf or natural grass.
And so far, just still a little slippery, and I can't tell from here if the ball's wet, but it's been sailing on the Mustang quarterback.
Tucker decides to keep on this one. He'll get positive yards near the 40-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 38.
They'll give him 6 yards on that carry.
I had a friend who played for the Kansas City Chiefs and played actually 10 years in the NFL, was a big blocking tight end for the Georgia Bulldogs in college, and I think he told me he had 6 different pairs of cleats.
Really?
Based on the conditions. Sometimes he would change them at halftime or swap them out even.
I haven't had 6 pair of shoes in the last 8 years.
That is insight I can't even comment on. This pass, screen pass, far side of the field. Ward, it looks like, from here, he's off to the races. He's going to score 10-5, touchdown Tigers. And it was indeed Bryce Ward. And that's what a screenplay looks like when everything falls right in place.
Yeah, 58-yard catch and carry, touchdown.
I thought you were going to leave it at that's what a screenplay looks like. That's what a good one looks like.
Well, and certainly, you know, if any one little thing is out of place, they can get blown up. And we've seen the best of both worlds on that.
Absolutely.
We've been on the receiving end of it. We've been on the dealing end of it. And it's beautiful to see them whenever they work like that. Here's Miller for his point after. Tigers have a 20-0 lead. Kick is up and kick is good.
Ward has 2 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
After that touchdown, we'll mention to you once again one of our new sponsors this year, Blue Peak Fiber Internet. They are new to Cushing, but not new to great internet. Stay connected, and I mean connected, with Blue Peak Fiber Internet. Get updates and special offers by signing up at mybluepeak.com/Cushing. And they're doing a pre-launch. They're coming into Cushing. Phase 1 of laying the lines and turning people's streaming services and things on will be
about reliable internet for your home and business in Cushing.
Right in
Sign up for
December-ish, and then they'll finish completely a couple months later.
Well, you know, since we started running the commercials, I've seen the Blue Peak vehicles running through town on several occasions.
Hopefully the vehicles drive and the people are running, but I'm with you.
Yeah, I got you. You know,
no, they are.
You're more of a detail guy.
Right.
I'm an unofficial.
Right. Well, and I was mentioning the launch because they are signing people up for special offers right now. And so you may not be in until you're available for service maybe a few months later, but you can sign up now and take care of that offer. And I believe that's running at 50% off over the first 3 months.
Sweet.
And don't quote me on any prices. Just go to mybluepeak.com/Cushing. Check out their deals. Here's Miller with the kick.
Man.
Booming kick. It'll go in the end zone and will be a touchback.
Every time, like clockwork. Tigers lead at 21-0 here in the second quarter.
And just underway in the second quarter, a minute and a half into the second quarter. And we talked a lot last week, especially as we got into the latter part of the game. You know, the score of the Grove game looked a little bit deceiving because a lot of those really big touchdowns came late in that game in the fourth quarter. The Tigers did lose the lead one time, but they showed that, you know, they can score in a minute. They can score in a minute and 15 seconds. And they've proven that again here tonight.
I like the discipline that the Tigers had last week. Didn't let anything get to them and just played Cushing ball.
Bright looks to his left. Pass complete.
Big hit by Simpson.
That's going to be Isaiah Contreras with the reception. Spots the ball at the 28-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 2. Tiger defense waiting as Oologah gets their call. Here's Bright. 2 wide receivers near side, one to the other. Handoff comes near side.
Oh.
Tiger defense swarming. Some small gap opened up. It's going to be Jacob Martin on the tackle.
He made that tackle with some authority. 3 tackles I have down for Martin.
Number 32, Tucker Rogers. They don't have his stats in their game day program, but he is a good-sized running back.
Yes. Definitely positive yardage.
Showed a little bit of quickness as well. Here's Bright to pass, finds his man. Kersey on the stop, near midfield. That pass complete to number 12. That'll be Maddox DeVilbus.
I have Kersey with 2 catches tonight.
So one thing about Bright, he is able to spread it around several wide receivers so far.
The Mustang quarterback getting into a little bit of groove here, and coaches for the Mustangs saw something out here in the flats that they like, and that's where they've been throwing it.
I'm going to stand corrected real quick on our this information from Max Preps.
Yeah.
They've got first of the year information.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's a backwards pass. That one doesn't matter. It is complete, and he slips immediately. So in the game day program, that is Brock Lustig. He's listed as a freshman quarterback.
Yeah, he looks young.
Yeah, he does. And might stand to reason some of what,
yeah.
Still in the learning phase,
yeah. You're right.
Brock Lustig. I'm going to change that here, and we're going to forget this one exists just because those guys don't always get their updates, apparently.
Well, they don't even put their stats in.
That one way high on Lustig. Pass was intended for DeVilbus again.
DeVilbus, is he senior? Or
yeah, he
looks like a leader.
A wide receiver, defensive back, senior.
Another great defensive stand by the Tigers.
Especially being on Oologah's side of the ball again, not giving them back to the Cushing Tigers side of the field, and they'll get a punt away here. Punter will stand at his own 30-yard line, and Simpson will look to return as the snap gets away. Still able to get the punt off. That was a miraculous recovery.
That was.
Great job by Parker, because on a play like that, the ball gets away from everybody, and Parker noticed that ball was coming towards him, and he was on a dead sprint to get away from it. When it's going to be unreturnable, you want the defense to get away.
Exactly, but a great recovery by the Mustangs kicker on that one. I thought it was a no-win situation for him, but he was able to curl out of it to his left and get the kick off.
Again, that was
a lot of poise and discipline on that one.
That was Tucker Rogers, and we mentioned his size as the running back. He was the punter in that deal, and he's listed as a junior. So the Tigers now back on offense, coming in from the 31-yard line. We'll get things started with 3 wide receivers split near side, 1 to the far. Tucker with the snap, looks found downfield, far downfield. He's got Sharp there. It's just out of his reach.
It looked like the Mustang defender had a shirt pull on that one.
Yeah, Sharp looked like he was starting to pull away from him.
Yep.
Might have been a perfect timing pass.
Yeah. And all in all, that would have been a very smart hold it. I was looking at something. Defensively, that would have been a smart penalty just to make sure that he didn't get that catch and touchdown afterward.
7:58 remaining till halftime. The Tigers do still have the 21-0 lead.
He was on a dead run. 3 for 3 for Tucker. 87 yards and a touchdown.
Simpson in motion, gets the pass. He has room, and we know Simpson can run. He is off to the races at the 40, 30, trying to be caught from behind. Does so right at the 10-yard line. Maddox DeVilbus makes the touchdown-saving tackle.
Wow.
60-yard
we need
catch and run. for Simpson.
Get those out. They're charged.
Okay.
Now zoom out.
And that was the first catch for Simpson tonight. 147 yards for Tucker passing and a touchdown. And the Mustangs escaped there. Tigers lead at 21-0. 7:20 left in the first half.
Pass to the end zone, touchdown. Sharp with the reception and the TD. Quick strike, Tiger offense does it again.
That was an 11-yard pass for a touchdown to Sharp. His third completion and 43 yards on the night.
Miller will come on to attempt the extra point.
158 yards passing for Tucker, 2 touchdowns in the first half. And we're just not even halfway through the first half.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up. Kick looks good. The kick is good. 7:12 remaining in the first half. Tigers have a commanding 28-0 lead over the Mustangs.
And
And we'll go ahead and step away during this transition. You're listening to it live right here on Hub Network Live. Be back after this.
It's time to talk to Bluepeak about fiber reliable internet for your home and business in Cushing. Sign up for updates and best deals at mybluepeak.com/Cushing.
Seven minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half. Tigers leading big, 28-0 here. Not a big surprise. Oologah defensively hasn't been able to keep a lot of their opponents out of the end zone. And
well, we touched on it in the pregame, weapons. And that's going to be the case moving forward the rest of this year. That's why I brought it up here in game number 6 on the back end of the season. As Miller kicks, high end-over-end kick will sail out of the end zone. He's a weapon. Sharp's a weapon. Ward is a weapon. Simpson's a weapon. You know, you just look out across the defense. You know, Fry's on both sides of the ball. Yeah, Edwards. I mean, these guys are weapons, and they play together as a team. And whenever you have a team that has weapons, you can be tough to deal with. And so far tonight, that is the case for the Mustangs.
And we talk of defense. Look at that defensive line. You have Martin down low. You have Lucio on that line. You have Noah Butler. You have his brother, Baker, on that line. How can you go wrong there?
And then you get into the linebacker core, and you've got Fry, Cole Cooper. You know, we mention Martin all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are just all over the field. As that pursuit turns a guy back in. Nice job by Ward. You know, he plays the defense. He plays defense. He held the offensive guy just off of him to get out and get containment.
Right.
So when the running back tries to cut back in, the Tiger defense is there, and so is the wet field.
And that's his assignment. His assignment is to get to the outside, make sure that running back cuts back to the inside where there's help.
And to that point, though, and that is where I was playing into that becomes a positive thing for the Tigers, because had Ward not gotten to turning back in, he's got just a straight dash. He picks up a few yards before he gets out of bounds.
Absolutely.
So it tickled me too, but it is true. It doesn't take much to amuse me, though.
Funny and true.
Yeah, like a
The
cat
story of
with
my
a light.
life.
Pass to the far side, almost picked off. Edwards was there. Another hit in the backfield, another flag around that area.
Yeah.
That's Jacob Martin back there.
That'll be interesting. Hunter Joyner back there in pursuit of the quarterback.
He's blinking.
It was against the Tigers. And Tigers going to have to clean up those types of penalties, because those are huge.
That'll put the ball at the 33-yard line.
No, I see his light's blinking.
Halfway through the second quarter, Tigers still up big, 28-0.
Gaines has been moved to the quarterback spot, and he's listed as a junior. Maybe a different strategy coming now from the offense. He'll drop back to pass. He will pass. He's got a man, and the ball goes in and out of the hands. I think Kersey was in great coverage and got slipped.
He slipped right about the 50-yard line.
45. And that allowed, De Vilbus to get a step or two.
And that could have just as easily been 6 points for the Mustangs. Tigers dodged a bullet.
So 2nd down and 10. Ball still at the 33-yard line.
Do what? Oh, yeah.
And quarterback almost lost that pass.
Hunter Jointer got in there quick and got his hands up, and the quarterback just had to dump it off. They got Joyner out here at the defensive end.
Lustig had moved back to the quarterback position on that play. So it might be a two quarterback system.
Yep.
Short passes, Lustig's in, longer pass, Gaines is back there.
Right now, Mustangs just haven't been able offensively to get anything going. They had that nice drive in the first quarter, but since then it's just stalled out.
Here's Lustig with the 3rd down. Rolls to his left, cuts back, comes back near side of the field. Tiger defense is there prior to the 1st down. Martin on the tackle.
Where is Martin? Is everywhere.
Yeah.
He was over on the far side of the line, but made the tackle over here on the near sideline. Amazing.
Here's the snap on 4th. Mustangs may be rolling the dice. It's 4th down and 3. They're still deep in their own territory. Well, not deep. They're in their own territory. Be a timeout on the field. That will go again. The Mustangs will take the timeout, and that'll be a Blue Peak Fiber Internet Company timeout on the field. So this 4th and 3 gets a turnover on downs here. The Tigers still have that great field position right here. And so probably a smart timeout by the Mustangs, consider with 5:21 remaining. They're just trying to get on the board to get something positive to go into the locker room with at halftime. Of course, there's always the conversation about adjustments that can or cannot be made.
And what I'm seeing now for the Mustangs, what would really benefit them, you don't like to see it. You, as a coach, you probably don't like to run it, but they need to get their quarterback more involved on rushing. I think if he'll just take off running over that left side or right side, he'll pick up more positive yards than he will trying to pass the ball. That'll keep the Tigers a little bit more honest in that secondary and maybe open up the Bilbus out here in the flats or over the crossing over the middle.
I'll give you a couple, big if factors on that. If you attack the edges, you've got, Joyner on one side, Butler on the other. You normally have Martin on one side, Butler on the other. They were lined up different for their punt return. But that's normally what you have to contend with whenever you're trying to get to the edge. So the if factor is if we can block this play will continue to work.
Right.
And, so far that's been tough for teams all season long.
Right. The Mustangs have not done well on the rushing game. Now, the quarterback has this last time I watched him, he ran. He's a smart runner. He's a quick runner for a freshman. Was he a freshman? Yeah. For a freshman, I thought he did really well.
Here's Roman Tucker from 1st down. Pitches to Fry. Fry has a little bit of room. Picks up a would-be tackler, drags him a couple yards. We've seen that a lot this year.
Looks like about a 3-yard gain.
Going to spot the ball at the 32-yard line.
6 carries, 72 yards, 1 touchdown for Fry. They haven't had him involved as much, with 6 carries, and here we got almost 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Here's the snap. Tucker looks right, fires deep right, has Simpson there, and just sails out of bounds. Simpson created a little bit of separation at the end of that play, and I thought he was going to go right up and snatch that out of the air.
That's 2 passes to Simpson. His first one went for 60 yards, and 158 yards for Tucker. Passing.
The incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd down and 7. stops the clock. 4:34 remaining till halftime. We want to make sure and stick around with us, folks. We'll have RCB at the half with votes and notes. And we'll do a little conversing back and forth about what to look for in the second half. Recap a few things in the first half. Ward's in motion. The snap goes wayward, and Tucker does the wise thing and just covers it up. That deep in your own territory, you certainly don't want to give it back to Ulaga. We'll go out and punt this one away as Mr. Joyner comes on the field.
You're absolutely right. And, Chris and Denise Kinsey, thank you for watching tonight. Lisa Fry, great job. Candy Hunt, along with Randy Evans. We got several people putting the comments out there for us on the Hub Network.
Sure appreciate folks joining us as Tigers in commanding lead right now, 28-0. Joyner with a big punt.
Nice punt.
It's going to hit at the 42-yard line, be fielded more at the 36, and the return will go to the 46 as Edwards is in on the stop.
Great recovery by Edwards. He ran by the play and then came back and made the tackle.
Not that it will surprise anybody, but also in on the tackle was Martin.
There you go.
We've mentioned all over the field, and those two have a way of making that happen, along with several others.
Yep. I've been watching the Fry. He's been getting a crowd coming after him, so I think they got somebody on him, and they're coming off the line and getting into that linebacker part of the field and trying to slow him up.
Here's the snap for Lustig. He hands off, and it's stopped immediately. Fry read it from the linebacker position, did exactly what you're taught to do. Step up in the hole, be there. The defensive down interior lineman guys are there to clog up their holes. You see the gap, you shoot the gap, you get the guy where the handoff occurs. He did. Big loss on the play.
And he followed right in there, right behind Butler, Baker Butler. And, of course, both of them got in on the tackle, but Baker, he opened up the hole to get Fry through.
That's going to bring up a second down and 14 with the loss of 4 spots. The ball at the 43-yard line. Lustig from the shotgun position. Split wide receivers both sides, goes to the left. Pass complete. Several Tigers there. It's going to be taken down near the original line of scrimmage. They'll give him a couple more than that, so it'll bring up a third down and 8.
Tucker on the tackle.
Spot the ball at the 49-yard line.
Speaking of defense, I wish I had somebody to defend my wife from going shopping instead of coming to the game. It's awful convenient. She said it's raining. This is the text I just saw.
Hey.
By the way, it's raining, so I'm not coming to the game. I'm going to go shopping in Owasso.
That is bad news.
And watch it on the Hub.
You know why it's bad news?
Why is that?
Because my wife is with your wife.
I know. You're welcome.
That's right. Thank you.
And the last I heard, though, you guys are both lucky because Owasso is the flea market capital of the world.
That's not what they're shopping for.
Everything's cheap, and I'm completely making that up because Owasso's not known for that at all.
I promise you, she's not going to Owasso shopping for flea market.
That incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 8. I believe that one got tipped, Bruce.
Yeah. Joyner came in and got a hand on it.
By the way, remember a couple weeks ago when I said to all you guys, hey, she's not watching, so, don't tell. Go ahead and tell this one.
But she might be on her phone.
She's probably watching it since she didn't come.
And we'll know if she's here in a few minutes.
Or she leaves
that look.
Or she leaves.
I can guarantee you this is how the conversation went at dinner when they were eating at Texas Roadhouse again. How many times Denise has eaten at Texas Roadhouse? But
a bunch.
She probably said, well, it's raining anyway. I don't want to sit in the rain.
Yeah.
Then it stopped raining right after that.
But by then the decisions were made, commitments, contracts were signed. Get back out of those decisions. So the Tigers get the fair catch with Simpson, spot the ball at the 28-yard line with 2:50 remaining, have an opportunity to possibly score twice with that offense.
What you folks need to know is, hey, we endured the rain so that you didn't have to.
Flag.
Kersey comes with the screen near side. The flag did come in.
That was a 12-yard catch and carry for Sharp. But we'll see what the penalty is.
It looked like illegal man downfield.
It was. He patted his head.
All the penalties have gone against the Tigers tonight.
But fortunately, there haven't been a plethora of penalties.
No. And I'm not saying
I don't think
anything about the refs because those were definitely penalties that they called.
You keep using that word.
It's better. A plethora of pinatas is better than a plethora of penalties.
What?
Here's the snap. Looking downfield, Tucker, and he'll call that a coverage, almost a coverage sack. That pass intended for Ward as he slipped.
I didn't hear. Before.
Tigers will place, or they'll be placed at the, remain at the 23-yard line, brings up second down 15, and stop the clock.
2 incomplete passes in a row for Tucker. 2 Sharp.
Sharp, Ward, and Kersey far side. Check that. Kersey was near side. Pass went to him. Simpson was on the far side. That pass is going to get Kersey back close to the original line of scrimmage.
That one was red all the way. Somebody on this side, a corner, stayed home. Did what he was supposed to do.
That was Kersey's first catch of the night.
They'll bring up a third down and 13. The ball is spotted at the 25. Clock is approaching the 2-minute mark. Tigers probably being a little less aggressive on this drive, just trying to get to halftime.
Oh.
Tucker tries to escape the pressure and cannot. It'll bring up a fourth down, and Joyner will come on to punt.
Made his decision just a little bit late on that.
Yeah. It looks like they'll give him maybe 1 yard on that one.
If I remember right, guys, last time we were here, it was cold. I mean, really cold and windy. Do you guys remember that?
That would have been 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I try to block that stuff out.
As opposed to this unseasonably hot that we keep having.
I think you're right.
This year. I remember going back to the car 3 or 4 times down those steps right over there and packing on clothes.
Beautiful.
I remember Coach Jay Moore had the largest parka I've ever seen on a male.
That return by Gaines, he gets almost away with it. Edwards gets him around the 48-yard line.
Was Jay actually wearing a coat, or are you just referring to his beard?
No.
Tackled by
He
Edwards.
actually had a parka on, and it was a real puffy, fluffy one like girls wear, shiny and puffy.
Jay, that was James Caulfield that said that.
I'm not accusing him of taking it from his wife, but I am.
That email
It was kind of Emily's style, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and she wasn't wearing it.
1 minute, 5 seconds left here in the first half. Tigers 28, the Mustangs 0.
Hey, you won't want to go anywhere at halftime. Joe, you want to bring the audience up to speed on?
Yeah, hey, we finally got settled down here enough in the season. We've got everything halfway working here, so we're going to do a little interview at halftime with Thumper. You don't know who Thumper is?
I do.
Wait and find out at halftime.
I know. Pick me. I know.
You won't want to miss that one, folks, and it'll be right at the start of halftime. So we might cut away just for a moment to get everybody in place. We'll be right back with that interview, and then we'll follow up that with Votes Notes, RCB at the half, of course, our wonderful sponsor there. As Ulaga will now have these last 40 seconds to try to make something happen, and a handoff left side is what they chose. And the Tiger defense answers with a tackle with no yards gained.
Great job by Noah Butler to dive in there and get the tackle.
I believe you could describe him as the nicest man I know that was violent on a football field. A level of violence came out that.
Yep. And I was talking to Doug the other day, and
what? We're not saying the Thumper?
Oh, sorry about that. I let the cat out of the bag.
Don't tell Bruce what you're getting anybody for Christmas. I'll tell you right now, that guy.
Good job, Bruce.
Do not tell Bruce anything.
Good job.
Man, I'm feeling the love.
I will mention, if any of you are looking for Christmas gifts for me,
Yes.
Blue Peak Fiber sponsoring this timeout.
Man, you're good.
Yeah.
Blue Peak timeout on the field. I wasn't sure which team called it. I would assume it was Ulaga.
Just tell Bruce what you want for Christmas, and everybody will know.
There you go. Man,
You don't even have to tell Santa. He'll deliver the message for you.
You're saying he's head elf.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just.
It just gets worse. I know. It just gets worse from here. I know.
I'm not going to give you any more ammunition.
Listen, Bruce.
We like beating up on you, Bruce.
Yeah.
I always tell people, don't tell me secrets because I tell everything I know.
There you go.
And the only thing you know is what other people tell you.
That's exactly
That's
right.
okay. I wonder if that's where you're going. Almost every wide receiver now far side.
Yeah.
And the pass is intercepted down the middle of the field. Roman Tucker will have 23 seconds to go as far as he can go. He's still on his feet at the 40, and he'll get tripped up, stepped out of bounds, slip, whatever you want to call it. He's out of bounds at the 36 with 16.2 remaining till halftime.
I believe they might have been prepared for that one.
Yeah, that's about a 60-yard return or interception return.
They might have seen that one on film. He just sat on the.
Yeah.
Well, and Lustig, they overload the one side and try to sneak somebody out on the other side, but it just, I don't know, he didn't have quite the power.
Yeah.
And the force, I'm just saying he's a freshman, and sometimes your team is going through that, trying to give a young quarterback a chance to grow with the team. And just like with, Mama said there'd be days like this, coach, there are days like that in football games as well.
And the thing
Seasons like that.
And the Tigers are in defensive line is just in there too quick for their quarterback to make a decision.
Tucker fires near side, gets Kersey. Kersey gets out of bounds. They do stop the clock with 9.6 seconds remaining in a
bullet.
Yeah, 12 yards.
Yeah, but it was.
Here would be a good place if we don't get down there and get across the field in the end zone. We kick a field goal. Bruce, you talked about that earlier.
That may be exactly the conversation going on during this Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout. As Coach Morgan called that one and pulled the troops aside, and it may be one of those, hey, we're going to do this and be ready for the field goal right after, or we're going to celebrate a touchdown, be ready for the field goal after TD.
I like it. I think we need to get that in our weaponry and practice it over and over, because as we get down to the end of the season, we get into playoffs, it will become a factor.
Yeah, it's good to give him a little bit of a workout during the regular season when there's not as much pressure, and he can get comfortable.
Yes, very much so.
And that is a unique weapon to have, especially when it can and has been reliable at times. And the coach is calling Miller over to stand next to them during this offensive play. So I would assume, and they keep signaling, he keeps trying to stand back and take warm-ups. They keep saying, come closer, come closer. This is going to all happen in 9 seconds, buddy.
Yeah. Be real quick. Don't be practicing.
Tigers have 3 wide receivers near side, 2 to the far side. No running back, so I'm assuming pass play.
Yeah.
Tucker looks right, steps up in the pressure, in the pocket, fires to the end zone, has Simpson touchdown in the back of the end zone. He got his feet down. That was an incredibly athletic catch.
That was a beautiful
gosh.
catch.
Wow.
Definitely a highlight catch.
So Miller, it does go on, but this time it's for a point after TD.
198 yards passing for.
That was accomplished with 1.6 seconds. I can't say enough about.
You get 34 on there or 45?
The good pass. I can't say enough about the athletic catch.
Yeah.
The awareness of the end zone to get feet down, that was very impressive.
Simpson with 2 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown.
Kick is up and kick is good with 1.6 second remaining. The Tigers have a 35-0 lead at Oologah.
Wait a minute. It was 9 seconds. That's 7 seconds, right?
I believe that's correct.
We got time to score. We got time to score again, don't we?
Yeah.
35 unanswered points by Oologah right now.
Hey, speaking of telling everything you know, you guys, you heard that joke about the 3 preachers that went golfing? One of them
I
says,
haven't.
Hey, I got a little secret, guys. I like smoke cigars when I'm out golfing. That's all right. The second one goes out and he says, "Well, I like to say some bad words whenever I get upset once in a while, whenever I hit a bad shot." And the third one said, "That's okay, guys." He said, "I have a problem with gossiping."
He'll be on tour, ladies and gentlemen, coming in July.
And I suppose that was the last time he played golf with those two.
Yeah, I didn't play with those guys anymore. They were
Did you quit? Oh, that was you.
James, all I can say is thanks for taking the heat off of me.
You're welcome. I got you, Bruce. I'll put it back on in a minute.
Yeah, there you go. I can always depend on you.
You guys have to tell me when I didn't move the camera. Sorry about that.
Hey, you didn't move the camera. Here's the kick by Miller.
Man.
Booming kick will be into the end zone and because he touched it before he went in the end zone, it has to be returned. It'll be returned near the 20, and that 1.6 seconds didn't last very long.
Good tackle for Drew Wood to get down there and get that tackle.
Tigers have a 35-0 lead. Go ahead.
I'd say they might have been there 1.6 seconds.
And we will step away just to switch out headsets. Don't go anywhere. Coming right back with our interview right after this on Hub Network Live.
Stay tuned for the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview with head coach Rusty Morgan.
I'll do it.
James Coffelt. Coops Game Ball is brought to you by Coops. Offensive and defensive MVP selections are brought to you by RCB Bank in Cushing. RCB Bank, that's my bank. Stay tuned for the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview with head coach Rusty Morgan and James Coffelt.
With a team to produce captivating streaming content, podcasts, and short films. This class offers the opportunity to learn videography, photography, and editing techniques, allowing you to create and share live broadcasts, podcasts, and commercials while honing your creative communication skills. Learn more at Central Tech.
Since 2003, Pro Events has had one singular focus: great audio, video, and lighting systems. Never confusing our industry with the PC crowd, Pro Events always provides you with the best, most reliable options for your house of worship, school, or corporate training facility. Make your system stand out from the crowd. And remember,
For the best AV, you know where to go visit proevents.pro.
RCB Bank is more than a transaction. We work to make your life easier. We help build your business. We finance your dreams. We grow your legacy. We build relationships with our communities. Come in to find out why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Go for it.
Stay tuned.
Well, staying tuned, and I hit the wrong button, Doug. You sat right here and watched me do it.
I don't know.
You didn't, huh?
Too many button for me.
You didn't help at all. You
Not a
didn't help
dick.
at all.
Not a
Well,
dick.
I guess I didn't have to keep the surprise very long. Bruce ruined it. We were just saying Thumper was coming on. We were trying to find out, let everybody guess who Thumper was, but now we know it's Doug Cooper down here, so it's good to see you, Doug. How you doing?
Exactly.
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
Good.
Doing good right now.
I mean,
We're ahead.
It turned out to be a good evening out here to play football. It's nice and cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
great. Well, listen, we've got an article about you in the Hub Extra, which just came out, and I have to apologize for that being a little bit slow again this year, but we're going to fix that problem. But you're on the cover. Your family's on the cover.
Oh, I seen it.
Alumni and from Cushing. And when was it you were playing football for Cushing?
77, 78, 76. As when Bristow won actually the state championships in 76 and 77, and then 75, 76.
So how big a rivalry was that back then? I mean, it still is now, but
yeah, it was hard to see us get beat by them the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. It was a
brings
tough
back
one.
old memory.
Tough one. Well, listen, there's a picture I saw. I got to see several pictures. We were working on that article for you. I got to see several pictures, but there's one of you that I think is probably the most interesting that people would probably like to see if we could. It's just hard. I mean, it's an old photograph. It's kind of hard to
it's hard to
contrast.
see.
It's kind of hard to see. But you are flat out in the air like you're laying on a 2x4 almost.
Yep.
You're getting ready to hit somebody right in the numbers.
Well, that's how Dick Buckus hit.
Yeah.
That was my role model.
And
So that's what when I was a kid like that, I said, man, if I can get anything like that, that's what I want to do. And that's why I did hit like that.
And my understanding is you kind of liked it.
Oh, I loved it.
You like to get hit more than hitting.
Yeah, I loved it. And we was in Tecumseh one time, and the guy blindsided me, and I got up and shook his hand, and he thought with wild eyes on my, and he said, "Man, you're nuts." I said, I said, "Yeah, just a little bit." No, I love to get hit.
Well, that's you don't find many football players these days that like to do that. I mean, there's a few you would name, but I mean, you mentioned one. Dick Buckus is one.
Yep. I walked up to Riley Matheson one, and I asked him. I hadn't met him yet out on the field, and I said, "Ask him, do you like to get hit?" I said, "Yeah, you like to hit," but I said, "Do you like to get hit?" And he looked at me like, "How do you know that?" He said, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
just kind of in your blood.
It gets your adrenaline. I think it's kind of part of the game. We played like that then,
Yeah.
So it's a different ball game out there now.
It was all out.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a linebacker, inside linebacker,
middle linebacker.
middle linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that year, those years that you played in Cushing, how did we end up those years? You remember the record?
No, I really. It's kind of a fog. It's too many years ago.
Gotcha. Too many hits.
Too many hits. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got my whole brain jarred by then. No.
So you want to wait till Doug takes a hit, come down and get a price on an oil change.
Oh yeah.
After that, so yeah. But now listen, you've been here in Cushing the whole time. You graduated from Cushing.
Yes.
Fast Loop and Tire.
Yep.
And you're up there on Main now, but you started down there on Little.
Yeah. Well, we actually started right there on the lube stuff, but the mechanic right there by the police station, the old police station. So that was a Coop's garage there.
Okay,
And Brownlee had that stored for sale, so I bought it from him out there, and then I came in after that. So that's where we started. I mean, it's been a growing process.
Well, let me tell you, all the buildings that have been redone, new buildings gone up in Cushing, and everything, but that is a class act in your garage down there. I mean, it is a nice looking place.
That's we got a pretty good eye on stuff.
Yeah.
You
guys do most of the remodeling, the carpentry and stuff?
We worked every day for 2 years on that. It seemed like before we opened up.
Well, if you haven't been in there to see these guys, see Keith and see Doug, and maybe Jeannie might even pop in there once in a while.
I don't know about that.
Very, very rarely.
When she took a hike,
Okay.
She's out there.
Well, but you can stop by and see those guys, and it's always a good conversation when you come by and get your oil change. And you're still underneath the vehicles right now, aren't you?
Not round. I've just been
game. You got a grandson.
Yeah, Grandma's all about this deal now. So.
And I think he likes to hit.
He does.
Yeah.
Your head in his chest and tell you don't get up.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you got to do it. I wish I was that when I was,
Well,
I loose back there. Yeah, and you guys were there.
Always. Bristow's all.
So we had a good. Also, let's talk about the Coop ball.
Oh yeah, that's the reason you're here. We don't care so much you hit people.
I like that.
No, but the Coop's game ball, and that's something you guys took on a couple years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Been popular, and these guys get to have a signed ball, take it home, kind of remember.
Yeah,
they were called out for good play and excellent play and leaving it all on the field, which is what you kind of stood for, right?
Oh yeah, the boys come by the shop wanting to know, did I get it when they first started doing it?
Yeah.
Tell them, hey, you calm down. You got to go. You got to wait. You
got to wait and see. Well, we'll have that for you again on Sunday, and who knows what it's going to be this week, but we'll come up with hopefully the right name. We're calling the right people for that, but
I think
you guys, again, community partners, great alumni supporters, great supporters of the Cushing Tigers, great supporters of the Cushing's public schools. And we can't have enough people like you in town.
It's been a blessing, really has.
Well,
it's pretty cool. To get to see my grandson playing out here like this, I mean, you can't get it no.
Well, that is
It's his last
nice,
year, so I mean, this is and then hopefully he can go to college. That's what he's shooting for.
Now, when we were shooting, I'll tell a little bit here behind the scenes, but when we were shooting the cover photo with you guys,
oh yeah,
sometime back, we took some other pictures too. Don't pop up every now and again.
Very nice.
On Facebook page about that. We'll talk about that.
That was yeah. No.
All right. Well, hey, listen.
That ain't the tough one. That would be Dick Buckus would.
All right. Well, hey, Doug, it was great talking to you, and we'll look forward to seeing you down there at Coops Tire and Lube. Hey, everybody, stop in there and see Doug and tell him you appreciate
come in,
Doug and Keith and all the guys down there.
I appreciate
what they do, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, we'll be back in just a minute with Votes Notes.
Votes Notes.
Stay tuned for the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview with head coach Rusty Morgan and James Koffelt.
Build it, connect it, protect it. Join the IT field and equip yourself with the skills to build and connect computers globally while safeguarding valuable information. In this class, you'll explore the managing operating systems, Windows and Linux, user support, virtual computing, managing cloud servers, and paving the way for a dynamic career in the of technology. It offers great salaries in a growing industry with remote working opportunities. Ask about Cyber Patriot, the Oklahoma esports, and the hybrid class option. Learn more at Central Tech.
It's time to talk to Bluepeak about fiber reliable internet for your home and business in Cushing. Sign up for updates and best deals at mybluepeak.com/Cushing.
At Davis Dental Studio, are our friends. Unlike the big commercial facilities, Davis Dental Studios wants you to know you're not just a number. We strive to bring personal and quality service to each patient. Dr. Rebecca Davis has over 18 years of experience as a caring and compassionate nurse. She and her highly trained staff will make sure your visit is a positive one. So remember, when you and your family need dental care, Davis Dental Studio, you're not just a patient, you're a friend.
That's figured up for us for this moment of RCB at the half.
I do, and again, thank you to RCB Bank for sponsoring Votes, and Travis joining in with me week after week. He makes my job so much easier, and as we watch the Cushing Tigers play like the Cushing Tigers we've come accustomed to. Tucker passing tonight, 8 for 14, man, got to get that one out, for 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. Another stellar night, no interception. We haven't seen an interception thrown out of Tucker, knock on wood, since the first 3 non-district games. So he has really developed, really matured, sits in that pocket very well. We've watched him tonight a couple of times sit in that pocket and just pick the defense apart for the Mustangs.
The offensive side of the ball has also included some real good, hard running that we come to expect week for week. What do you have on Fry so far?
Fry, again, always dependable. He's just like a good Chevy pickup. You just can't beat it. Fry, right out of my mouth, he has spread it around just like he has all year long. That's why I say he's got such a receiving core, every yard that he gets. And that's why he's so comfortable back in that pocket and able to look down the field, count those guys out there, and get to the right guy. And not only that, he still has Fry coming out of the backfield. He hasn't used that weapon yet, but that's a huge weapon for him. You've got Sharp. He come out strong tonight. Sharp was his man. It was Tucker's man tonight so far. Huge.
Big catches, yeah.
Yards, 2 catches. But a big catch. He has a touchdown. 2 catches, 62 yards. Simpson, 2 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown. And Kersey, adding to the mix, 2 catches, 17 yards. And when you have a core like that, that's 4 receivers out there that can catch the ball and not only catch the ball but pick up yardage after the catch.
Certainly, as we start to shift gears to the second half, 35-0, and you know that the talk in the locker room is not, okay, guys, good job, let's just go out and get through the rest of this. No, I think it's more, hey, keep your foot on the gas, keep doing what we do, and if we increase the lead some more, over a series of time here in the third quarter, fourth quarter, we'll use some of the younger players to give them experience, because that has paid dividends for the Tigers over the past 10 years that I've lived back in Cushing and had my own two boys go through the program. The more playing time you can give to younger players, the better off you're going to be. Plus, you have an opportunity to make a 35-0 lead. Plays that are not necessarily your go-to plays, but you might need them later in the year.
And another issue there is
lining up that parade and letting people know where they're going to report on the depot end of the street for the homecoming parade, which will be held on October 23rd, the Thursday before homecoming. And everyone, young, small, all invited. We'll have, children's time to ride bikes through the parade. We have, from alumni sitting in cars or on backs of floats, businesses, churches, any community can be a part of it. And if they would contact the high school or contact myself, Travis Peary, at the high school, one of the FFA instructors, we can possibly still work them into that. Set today is a deadline because it's 2 weeks away, and we can start putting it together. But we can still fit some people in here and there if they'll contact me and let them know, let us know that I can let them know. And that'll be October 23rd, 5:30 downtown for those who want to come and spectate. We had a great turnout last year. And coming up in November will be the Community Thanksgiving Dinner. And things are underway now for how those donations will be given. But have that on your mind. We are feeding open. But we have serving positions, delivery positions. We have volunteer positions for setting up the day before, to volunteer positions for cleaning up, and like I mentioned, kitchen work and serving as well. So we're getting ready to get things kicked off here as the Tigers will be back to receive. Opening the third quarter. That's a few things going on in the community right here on Hub Network Live. Here's the kick. That one will sail out of bounds. The flag will come out, and the Tigers will start in good field position from their own 35-yard line.
And Tigers, offensively, just come out, and like you say, don't let off the gas. Just play your game and play it efficiently. And this offense will do fine. They just don't need to rush anything. Just work on your skill sets.
We have had, as the Tigers get ready to bring the offense on the field, I'll just conclude some of that community talk with some school talk. We've had the school just as busy in other areas as well. We've had some choir members traveling and competing, and we've had some drama students traveling and competing, as well as band warming up for their contests. And so cheer went to state a couple weeks ago. Lots of things going on as Tucker takes this, hands off to Fry over the left side. Fry finds running room, still on his feet, gets near the 45-yard line before taken down. And like normal, it takes 3 or 4 opponents to get him wrestled down.
A nice 9-yard run for Fry. He kind of limping a little bit. We don't like to see that. But, he just came in right off the tackle, off the guard and the tackle, and just picked up some positive yards.
2 wide receivers split to both sides. This handoff to Fry again, right side. He makes a truckload over one guy. 2 others come in, help clean it up. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Tigers.
He'll add another 5 on that one.
5 for Fry and another first down.
86 yards for Fry tonight, 2 touchdowns.
If you're just joining us, Tigers had an outstanding first half, 35 points to 0. Ulaga was able to put together one drive. Tigers on their opening.
And that was 56 yards for Fry here in the second.
Tucker hands off, this time right side. That's going to be Landon Parker, the running back.
And he's going to pick up 7.
He'll get down inside the 5. They'll mark him at the 2.
More time management, run that clock off, and give some guys some running just like Parker. Is he a freshman?
Second down and goal. Parker is listed as a senior.
That's close.
Hand off to Parker. This time the senior will get in the touchdown. Touchdown Tigers, 9:06 remaining first quarter. The Tigers coming out, using the clock, adding to the damage. Now have a 41-0 lead. This time spreading it around, and Landon Parker with a touchdown.
12 yards and a touchdown for Parker tonight. That's on just 3 carries. and they've used him on that red zone tonight.
Here's Sharp to hold. Miller for the extra point. He's had them all tonight so far. The kick is up and looks good, is good. 9:06 remaining. Tigers have a 42-0 lead.
Well,
opportunity for us to mention here in this transition about Blue Peak Internet Fiber. Fiber Internet.
Fiber
Why do
Internet.
I want to always say that backwards? Blue Peak Internet's what I'm used to saying. I like to throw the fiber in there because you know what fiber is. It's like shooting light through glass. The fastest thing, and it's going through glass.
Wow. Very technically profound for you there.
I thought it was a
That was
natural
awesome.
laxative.
Yeah. Fiber was
fiber.
something you took at night.
Yeah, well, this will bring your internet. And while Blue Peak is new to Cushing, they're not new to great internet. My two sons, not the TV show, but my two sons live in Stillwater. And when they moved there, they got Blue Peak, and they said, Dad, it's the best internet we've ever seen.
Yeah,
and they absolutely love it. It's a great product. They're coming to Cushing. And you can get updated on their specials and their deals right now when they will be connected in your area at mybluepeak.com/Cushing.
My understanding is they're building it out right now. They're working on it right now, and it's just going to be 30, 60 days before they have it ready to go. So,
That's
Good
exactly my understanding as well. And while it may sound very technically savvy, Desi Stoops, an old friend of mine, was at the Blue Peak launch and ran into him. We had a great talk and great catching up. He works for Blue Peak in Stillwater, and he was a part of the launch here in Cushing, and he's the one that told me that technical knowledge, so I cannot take credit for that. But he would know. Here's the kick. It will be returnable from the 1-yard line. And out across the 20, 25. He'll be taken down. Looks like forward momentum would be around the 26.
Edwards again just stood him up and brought him backwards.
Hey, let me ask you while we are in urgency factor here with 42-0 lead, that kickoff by the Tigers just made me think. Watching NFL football, how does it settle with you how they do kickoffs now?
I hate that. I hate it. I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's starting to grow on me. I hated it last year.
It reminds me of shooting
Starting to
free
grow on
throws where you can't cross the line until the ball hits the rim. I just
don't know.
Which is not international basketball.
That's right.
Right. I can definitely see that it would improve on injuries. You know, that full speed hitting at that level is so much more. This pass far side has a receiver. He's got inside the 30. He'll score.
Wow.
Tigers just a little miscommunication there, and that'll be the first touchdown tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
8:26 remaining in third quarter.
Kersey got behind the receiver on that one, just couldn't play catch up. Bilbus, I believe his name is. He's been that's been him all night. He's been getting a step on us. He's been hurting us a couple times. That time he hurt us big with a touchdown. Welcome, Jacob Westmoreland. Good to see you, buddy, again. Les Gay, you're watching. Good job, Cecil Moreland, Judy Harmon.
Kick is up and good there. So with 8:26 remaining, it'll be 42-7.
Jim Gable from Westport, Connecticut. I bet it's getting cold up there.
That's why, as we mentioned, sponsors throughout the evening, Blue Peak being one of the new ones, but Davis Dental Studio, and we've got the Blue Sky Bank post-game report interview, and we have the RCB MVPs coming out, and, of course, RCB at the half. All the sponsors that we have in the community, and they'll be listed in the Hub Network Live magazine that's coming out very soon. All those sponsors make sure this broadcast is brought to our community free of charge. And the reason I mention that is by community, our community is the world. People leave Cushing, they live all across the world, and no matter where they are, they can tune in and watch these Friday night games, maybe even seeing relatives, maybe even just interested in the Tiger spirit. It's a great connection and being connected through Hub Network Live. So Ulaga will get set to kick this one off.
And that's a big boost for the Mustangs to get that touchdown. They earned that touchdown. They deserved that touchdown because the play action was good, the blocking was good, and the separation by Bilbus was good.
That kick sails over the head and into the end zone. That will be a touchback. Tigers will take it from the 20-yard line and have a first down and 10 with 8:26 remaining in the third quarter.
And again, no panic here. Just play your game, run that clock just like we've been doing. Just put that play behind you.
Well, and I like to go back. I've told you before, I like to go back on one of the, YouTube or on Facebook and rewatch the games just to see things I didn't see in the live broadcast. And it could have been that Kersey might have slipped back in here because the wide receiver had a couple steps. And while we're watching where the quarterback's at in his release, that could have happened.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to Tucker, why he didn't release over his free safety on that one. But like you said, and that's the thing. Go ahead.
Here's Parker over the right side. Looked like an inside counter, maybe a trap play. He makes his way to the 39-yard line. A nice speedy run before he's brought down. It'll be a nice gain and a Tiger first down and 10.
19 yards for Parker. And what I was getting ready to say was we're bringing you the game. You're doing play-by-play, but you're not really getting to watch the ball game. You're watching the play, but you're not getting to watch the whole ball game. It's a whole different environment.
That's exactly right. And a lot of times, you might want to, as a fan, get caught up just watching what the activity going on in between the linemen.
Yes.
As these two pull and provide the block, and then the cutback. Parker's off to the races. Switches the ball in his hand. That's a senior move. Makes his way down inside the 30.
31-yard run.
And another Tiger first down and 10.
62 yards for Parker on 5 carries, and a great little run. He's got such a low profile. He's probably about 5'8", 5'9", and he gets low to the ground and has some great moves left and right.
That, what I meant, of course, was that whenever you're carrying on the left side, you carry the ball on your left side, so it's harder to knock out if you get tackled on the right. He switches in the middle of the run when he cuts back and gets to the right side. That's a mature senior moment. Here's the quarterback pitch to him over the right side. Has a few blockers and gains a few yards.
They'll give him one.
That's going to put the ball.
And right now the Tigers are just leaving it on the ground, Travis. We haven't seen a pass yet.
Yeah, the clock continues to tick. We're getting close to the 6.5-minute mark. It's going to put the ball to 27, brings up second down and 8. 3 wide receivers now split to the far side, 1 to the near. Sharp on the near side. And the handoff goes Parker to the left side. He'll fight his way inside the 25-yard line, maybe the 24.
And I'll give him another yard. And that was a hard yard. He picked up a lot of tacklers on that one along the way. 7 carries, 64 yards for Parker. And 6 of those carries has been here in the third quarter.
Clock continues to roll as we get close to the 6-minute mark. This handoff now, Parker right side. Gets tackled forward.
1 yard at a time.
Tackled right on top of, that's Eric Garrido, and you don't like to see linemen get hit on the back of their legs and get pushed down forward like that, and unfortunately in that case, Garrido comes up with no problem. We're going to bring Miller on now for a pretty long attempt at a field goal as that play led to a 4th down.
And this is what I've been waiting for, Travis.
The moment has arrived. Sharp will set up to hold right at the 30, making this a 40-yard high school football field goal attempt.
You just don't get to see a whole lot of field goals in the 4A.
Here's the hold, the kick. My gosh, it looks good. As far as distance goes, it's not good on accuracy, however.
Yeah.
Pushed off just a little to the left, or pulled in that case.
Yeah, he hooked it. But it started out.
Distance, oh my God.
Tell you what, he had plenty of leg.
Oh,
absolutely.
my.
It started out nice and just the ball laid over a little bit on its side and just started hooking on him. My hand gesture.
I see that. I see your air movement there. Thought we were playing Pictionary. I wasn't sure if we switched from a broadcast to a Pictionary or.
Well, everybody else knew what that.
I guess we could start miming commentary, but that probably won't go over very well.
I don't know. I've listened to some of our commentary.
Excuse me?
Great job by the Tigers on the time management.
What exactly did you mean by that?
Here's the snap. Pass backwards is complete. Tigers will shut that one down with very little to gain, maybe a yard. Bring up second down and just move the stick a yard, 9 to go.
And, Martin over there, Fry over there. You had Ward over there. Just a great job by the Tigers just to get everybody in place. And, Travis, you talk about isolating, certain plays and stuff. I like watching those linebackers and those linemen just kind of slide down that line on those outside runs.
Nope.
Fry comes through on a stun. He's picked up twice. Another pass way downfield, this time picked off. Simpson with the interception. He'll return. He's dangerous on the return. Gets caught from behind. He'll be tackled inside the 35-yard line. It looked like the same exact play.
It was the same exact
and
play.
This time it was underthrown a little, but the other exception was nobody slipped or nothing happened that created the separation.
Right. That interception netted 15 yards for Simpson.
Spot the ball at the 34-yard line. Tigers will have a first down and 10.
Don't you hate it whenever you get your glasses all clean and neat, you reach up, scratch your nose, and you smear one of your lenses? Hate it when that happens.
Oh, Jamesy.
Am I the only one?
No, you keep your nose cleaner than that.
It was just, there's bugs. There's bugs everywhere.
There
I mean, they're all over the place. Now they're starting to land on me, and so I scratch my nose because I'm feeling them everywhere.
There's big green ones flying around up here.
So this snap, hand off straight ahead.
Edwards. He's going to run for about 8 yards, almost 9.
Edwards getting some of the running back duty here as we approach the 4-minute mark.
Tell him to give it a few minutes and see if it's better. It should be better.
Everybody jumps on their front.
There's an incriminating fingerprint on my left lens.
We'll get that sent off to the lab and
no
get right
need.
back with you.
No need. It looks just like my finger.
I think it's Bruce's.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, I got one.
Okay. All right, here's a snap. Handoff straight ahead. Edwards again finds open room, finds a first down. He's down near the 14-yard line.
9 yards again for Edwards, 18 total on his 2 carries. We haven't seen much of Edwards lately back there in the backfield, and he's doing some pretty good running.
We've seen that quickness, and we've seen that speed and that strength on the defensive side of the ball quite a bit.
Yes, we have, and it's good. And we talked about this. You talked about this at halftime, getting some of these other guys in there to hone their skills. And
hand off to Edwards again, straight ahead. Great blocking continues. Fights his way down inside the 10, inside the 5. He'll be taken down around the 3-yard line, maybe the 2.
9 yards at a time. That's his 27 yards on 3 carries.
Tigers looking at 2.5 minutes here in the third quarter to go up 48-7.
On this series of downs, no passes at all. It's just been all running plays with Parker and Edwards in the backfield after the interception by Simpson.
I was going to look. Yeah, Edwards also listed as a senior. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far. This handoff again, Edwards finds his way, goes untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. As the lead continues to expand, Tigers now 47-7.
4 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown for Edwards on 4 handoffs to him in that series of downs, back to back. The Tigers up 48-7, just under 2 minutes left in the third.
Here's the hold and the kick. The kick is good. Tigers will have a 48-7 lead. And during this Blue Peak timeout / interchange, we'll mention a few notable scores from maybe around the state in Class 4A.
Hey.
Elk City over Clinton, 12-10. Tecumseh and Blanchard. Tecumseh's losing 34-15.
What's that?
How about a Hillsdale and Ada? Ada's 4-0. Hillsdale's 1-3, and hanging with Ada 27-24.
Ooh,
that one's awfully close. Here's a couple of opponents, would-becoming opponent and former opponent. Fort Gibson and Grove. Fort Gibson at 3-1. And it is 22-21 Fort Gibson.
Really?
Right now. And it says, updated 2 minutes ago, it's the third quarter. Some of the out west there. Weatherford is up 20-14 at Cache. Here's Wagner and Catoosa, future opponents. 48 Wagner, Catoosa 6.
9.
So some notable things there. And, of course, we're at number 1 in Class 4A right now, Tuttle with a 48-0 lead over Bethany.
Wow.
Some good ball going on tonight.
Skytook is, well, it says it's final against Miami, 0-0. I'm not sure about that one. As old brother Walthall says, that don't make no sense.
We've got Monty Hazlip watching, and fun fact from Bobby Flavel out there about Doug Cooper. Everybody wants to go out to the website and read it. But
Edwards in on that tackle on the return team, or on the kickoff team as well.
Wait, are you kidding me? You're going to say, like, hey, they said something about it, but you got to go read it and see it.
He's into driving internet traffic now.
Nice. Now I don't know what it is, though. You left me hanging.
Right. Well, since I gave up the secret,
you're just trying to redeem yourself, but
yeah,
you say there's a chance.
Yeah.
You say there's a chance.
So when we don't want you to tell, you tell everything.
Get no credit, at all.
I get no respect. I get no respect. No respect at all.
This Blue Peak timeout taken on the field. The scoreboard's not lit for timeout, so I'm not sure which team took it. However, it will be sponsored by Blue Peak. Fiber Internet, new to Cushing, not new to excellent Internet. Coming your way. MyBluePeak.com/Cushing. Get all the great deals. And they've started their launch, and we'll be seeing more and more of them. We welcome them as a sponsor to Hub Network Live.
Tigers once again on defense. Again, just a little over a minute 40 left here in the third period. 49-7. If you missed it, the Mustangs had that long pass down the far sideline. I think that was around a 60-yard pass and catch for the Mustangs.
Mustangs with a man in motion. Handoff to the motion. That's Gaines. He's got running room coming near side. Edwards in pursuit, runs him out of bounds. He'll be taken out near the 37-yard line. That'll be a Mustang first down and 10.
A good positive game for the Mustangs. We haven't seen that all night. We do have some underclassmen.
Barrett Blakemore in the game. Kenny Flatt in the game. Starting to give some of these guys that valuable playing time. Braxton Crisp in the game. On the near side defensive end.
You got Isaiah. Is that Isaiah DeLong? Number 30?
Isaac. Pass to the near side, complete.
That would be Isaac. Or Isaac.
Edwards and Drew Wood on the tackle.
Pass went to Hooks. He'll get 8 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2 from the 45-yard line. Now Gaines at the quarterback position. Maybe look for a pass downfield. Coaches are saying, I think, the same thing. And it's not. Pass out in the flats, and it goes through the hands of Vilbus, the intended receiver.
Davis Tussler over on the far side.
That could be a setup for a double move. You fake that next time, and a guy is releasing deep on either side of the field. Tighten the defense up on that move, and then launch it downfield.
I like it.
I think I maybe ought to go and give that to their coaching staff. And
call it in this.
They'd probably laugh at me all the way home. This handoff to Gaines. He'll get around the right side. Same play that came to the near side a moment ago. It's big then, it's big now. Big is not huge. He'll get to the 46-yard line, and it will be a first down.
I don't know if anybody else got that, but I got it. That was a great joke, man. That was awesome.
You got a Tiger over there on the far side. That looks like
see 11.
Landon Parker.
On defense now, defensive back, yeah. Looks like he might be cramping up a little bit. He's doing some stretching, trying to stay loose. 2 wide receivers near side, one to the far. And here's the deep pass that goes way deep.
Yeah. He's over hurting. I think if he's cramping up.
It's kind of what it looks like. 'Cause he's trying to get up and he kind of can't walk. You know, that's kind of looks like he got that that thing that as I get older I start to experience more and more of in the middle of the night. You know?
I was getting ready to say I can kind of identify with all that.
I resemble that remark. I mean, he's jogging here, but then when you get into full speed, it starts to cramp up. They'll probably stretch him out. And he did a lot of running in that last offensive series.
He did do that.
Here's the handoff coming near side.
Great
That's
pursuit.
taken out of bounds.
Great pursuit by DeLong.
Yeah, DeLong on the tackle. Isaac, a freshman for the Tigers. Mr. Isaac. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. Tigers continue the damage, 49-7, the score right now.
And to run down the scoring, Tigers led 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, 35-0 at halftime, and at the end of 3, they lead it 49-7.
Quick conference by both coaches, getting ready to go into the fourth quarter. Great, clock management by the Tigers. When you have a big lead like that, I appreciate running the clock, and other teams that have that are losing on that big lead appreciate that as well. Not that they appreciate losing, but they don't want to. There's not. You don't like those 70-0 games.
Exactly. And those coaches know it could turn around in a year. It could be you on the short end.
And I know James will remember because James has excellent memory. But your interview with Coach a few week ago, you asked him how many district points are you allowed to benefit you once you get a big lead.
Now, wait a minute. I think that question came from me.
Yeah.
James asked that question.
Yeah. The statement came from you, which was
13. I was wrong.
Incorrect.
Yeah. Well, I was closer than you.
You were.
I didn't want you to be called out incorrect on the air, so that was Mr. James Caulfield.
100%. Incorrect. And it was actually Coach Morgan who said you were incorrect there.
Maybe a backhoe.
Backhoe?
Right.
Call ditch witch, get it all brought in.
How many points was it?
15.
15. Oh, 15. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you guys got that worked out as Blakemore picked up a tackle over on the far side of the field.
Brings up fourth down. Ball spot at the 41-yard line. Looking to pass. Flush from the pocket. Has to keep. Escapes one would-be tackler. Gets his way to the sideline before being knocked out again by DeLong.
He was in the backfield quick,
Nathan Mojico?
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce that, and I didn't want to butcher it.
Mojica.
But he was the one that caused that runner to take another yard back and prolong that run, giving his teammates a time to come in.
Yeah, Nathan's number 29 on the team list as a sophomore. Here's Lustig on. He did pick up the first down, so his scramble out of the backfield pays off as Ulaga keeps the drive alive. Hands off right side. Gaines. Maybe gains one.
Another good job by Barrett Blakemore to get the tackle.
I did it again.
Oh, no.
Brittany?
Oops.
Listen, I was avoiding that. I was ignoring both of you for doing that.
I didn't see you as a Swiftie, but I'm really proud of you.
James, I'm glad you have glasses on. Otherwise, you'd poked your eye out.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Be a Christmas story before long. Here's Lustig.
I keep panicking, thinking of bugs flying up my nose.
Fires deep downfield, makes the connection, and touchdown Ulaga.
Wow.
36-yard bomb for a touchdown. That was a good pass. Cushing defenders could not defend that. It went right over the shoulder, and he had 3 yards to run to make a touchdown on a 36-yard pass and carry.
Danny, okay?
And that's the experience the younger players need, but that athleticism, that speed, and that strength continues to come as they develop from freshman to sophomore to junior year.
You're absolutely right, Trav, and that's a very good point.
The hold and kick is good. That brings our game 49-14, 10:06 remaining until we get to the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview.
Correct.
James and Coach
Mundo,
Morgan.
Sir.
Tigers have, from start to finish tonight, looked sharp. They've been on point. They've looked sharp. They've looked Simpson. They've looked Ward. They've looked Roman Tucker.
Yeah.
No, they've looked good all the way around from start to finish, both on offense and defense.
Yep.
As far as the number one, defense and starting defense goes, and starting offense goes, and these younger players getting an opportunity to be invaluable down the road.
And we'll see that. We'll see if Simpson gets to come in and quarterback it here in the fourth quarter.
Getting set to kick from his own 40, the Mustangs.
Because Tucker's only had one pass here in the second half, but in that first half, he was 8 of 14 for 198 yards, 3 touchdowns. And right now, everything's been on the ground.
Simpson will have the return. He mishandles, but this can lead into a lot of field coming back this direction. He had to outrun the flag that flew over his head.
That was a 30-yard.
I was going to say. What would you say? The 30-yard flag toss?
Yeah, that was impressive. Let that guy be that guy in the NFL right now.
Yeah, he was
He's
serious.
Quarterback position. I know some teams that need him. My fantasy's one of them.
Yeah. Him and the guys confirmed with. I saw them walking in, and I was like, they've been hitting the weights. They got some guns on them.
Holding the infraction being signaled against the Tigers will be a spot foul, so it'll be 10 yards from where it occurred, which explains the importance of the distance of the toss.
Yeah.
He wanted to get the flag as close to where it occurred as possible so they can mark off the 10 yards. In that case, we would have wanted like a wind at his back and help us out a little bit.
Yeah.
Not the case. So the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 now from the 11-yard line.
49-14. Tigers lead it just starting the third or fourth quarter. I can't get basketball in my head.
Thing.
Wow.
Number 29 this time. Mojica once again, left side, getting some running back duties. Now let me pose this scenario, James. Number 13 is a quarterback.
Yeah.
He is not on the roster. We were told Baker Butler would be
Correct.
number 13. So
number
if
13.
you're a lineman and you change to a quarterback position, you change to a different jersey, and that would explain why we were told that at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
They kind of had an idea that this might be the thing that was going to happen.
And he has been at the quarterback position before.
And who is that?
That's Baker Butler.
Baker Butler, okay.
Normally on number 56.
And he's a moose, isn't he?
Yeah. Now, I could be wrong because they're twin brothers. It could be Noah. But if memory serves correct from when they were in our ag program, in our ag class a few years ago, one was more the quarterback and the other was not. And I thought it was. But I could be wrong. It happens quite often.
I know nothing about that.
Nonetheless, he'll face a 3rd down and 3. We'll just play it safe, Bruce. We'll go with Butler.
There we go. I like it.
Play clock is at 20 seconds, so no hurry on this one. Game clock continues to run, now at 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
But I think Noah is center, isn't he? No, it's 70.
Penalty flags come in.
I started to say, I don't know.
Yeah, Heffensberger is center.
When they've been over the ball like that, I have a hard time telling who's
Yeah.
what number.
And I have gotten
what?
I have gotten some help from the messaging crew. Yep, 56 still wearing his uniform. That's Noah.
Yeah.
Noah's the southpaw that played quarterback. So I had the two brothers mixed up in my mind.
Yep.
By the way, just the record, we really appreciate the texting crew Like, we can't check everything, and man, when they text in, hey, adjust this, just that, is a super, super helpful thing to do.
Butler keeps over the right side. He'll find a little bit of running room, gain of a yard or two. We'll bring up 4th down. And Hunter Joyner will come back out on the field for punt duties.
I like what I saw. Of course, just like anything, they need a little bit of work, but I think they ran the plays well. We're coming in cold off the bench. What is Noah Butler? He's a senior.
Timeout on the field, Blue Peak timeout. That was a timeout by the Tigers that will finally be recognized. I guess the Tigers really wanted the timeout. The team stayed out there. Blue Peak Fiber Internet timeout on the field.
Yeah, we've got a timeout here. Let me just say, I'll give a quick fourth quarter shout out. I don't get to do this very often, but really want to thank you guys for what you do, the hard work you put in, Bruce.
Thank you.
Travis, James especially. A lot of work goes on behind the scenes that nobody ever sees, and James, you especially have compensated for a lot of things this last year and a half.
That's what I do best, compensate.
But Preston Tinney on camera doing a good job. He's pretty young, but he's doing a great job. Zach Malone over here on the switcher and doing a great job there too. We appreciate all you guys. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you, and couldn't do this without having you guys up here.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Yeah. We appreciate the sponsors who make it possible. We appreciate you for making it possible. This punt will not be fielded and takes a great Tiger bounce. We'll be down at the 30-yard line.
And that puts us about the 7:14 mark in the fourth quarter. Again, Tigers 49, Oologah Mustangs 14.
Spotted just short of the 31. Oologah will take over first down and 10.
I want to thank everybody for going out there to the Hub Network and putting in a comment. We just love that. We love any comment that you want to put out there.
No, we don't.
Telling us how good we are, how great we are.
No, we don't.
He's going to get defiant.
No, we don't.
Even when it's
like
bad.
Nice comments.
Even when it's bad.
No, we don't.
You know.
No, we don't. No, you guys speak for yourselves. I'm going back to the short guy problem.
Hey, tell us another joke. That'll
I'm gonna tell you
get us
something.
Going.
When my wife starts commenting on things that I do, I don't like it at all.
Ooh, I didn't. Yeah. She's hurtful.
Actually, she's my biggest fan.
I like the comment she put on there the other day, though.
So Xander Sparks carried that ball, and still you saw him on his cutback slip.
Yeah.
He's going to be great in the NFL someday because he popped right back up and tried to keep running.
I like where you're going with that.
Two wide receivers near side, one to the far. Lustig, hands off left side, gains, makes a move, finds a small gap, and finds most of the Tigers.
And Edwards fought off a nice block over there.
He will gain back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a third down and 10.
I seen Joyner climb up at the end of that pile. I like seeing these guys get a lot of playing time, not just a couple minutes. They're playing almost a whole quarter.
And in the world of junior varsity, JV, not junior varsity, JV football.
Correct.
The teams are just, they're not everywhere anymore. Now, it's not as normal. And a lot of the rosters are being used on Friday nights, and so they don't want to pick up a Monday game or a Tuesday game and get somebody hurt that they need on a Friday night. And so JV does not get a lot of reps in game-type situations throughout the regular season. That's when moments like this can really, really pay off, both in the experience on the field and for the coaches in the film room when they're evaluating where that student may be now versus where that student may be sometime.
Hunter Leverage almost had the interception over on the far side.
The punt will not be returned. Edwards was back for the return, but comes up a little short. Gaines will down it. And it'll go to the 42-yard line. It'll be a Tiger first down and 10 with 5:34 remaining.
Been a pretty clean ball game. Not very many penalties out there. We had a couple of roughing calls against the Tigers, and I'm sure those will be addressed and corrected by Monday evening.
Noah remains at quarterback.
You know, I've been watching the home stands over there, and they get just a little bit thinner. A little bit thinner. If there were 6 quarters of this game, there wouldn't be anybody left.
Yeah, their carb diet works.
Yeah.
Davis Tussler on the carry for the Tigers.
We see Davis do a lot of running back duties on freshman football game nights. And back to that point, some of those games do turn into JV games. Some of the JV players play with freshmen, and the other community does the same, so they do get some reps. Now on Tuesday nights, and athletic director Coach Hoover mentioned that possibly turning that into a normal thing next year. Just group in JV players with freshman players who played ninth grade games.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. Here's Butler with the keeper. Left side, finds some running room, gains a couple.
And he'll pick up the first down. Butler with 2 carries for 4 yards. Keeping the offense on the field, more importantly, keeping the clock running.
4.5 minutes remaining. Tigers still 49-14 lead. Again, don't go anywhere. We'll have thoughts from Coach Morgan, Blue Sky Bank post-game interview. And then later over the weekend, usually around Sunday afternoon, Joe, you have the RCB MVPs posted.
Yep.
And like to recognize those students, and that includes the Coops game ball.
Nice move.
We've got to take Bruce's suggestion and bring one of those so we can show it on camera. I think so everybody can see it, but I thought we had one with us, but we'll bring one in the next game or so and get a game ball up here so you can see what that looks like. But we try to make that something that the players like to display and keep for years and years, So.
Yeah, and the idea that it's not just one great game, but maybe it's just that team leadership. Maybe it's that heart and soul. Maybe they have, over several weeks, so you've seen this or seen that, and you're just saying, man, that's a game ball performance, not necessarily because of the best stats that night.
That's right. It's not always in the stats. Sometimes it's just in the effort and the attitude and the will to win.
Tussler again, he finds lots of room. He's down inside the 30. Ball did come loose. I haven't heard a whistle, neither of the players. Picked up by Ulaga. He'll be taken out of bounds. That'll be Isaac DeLong on the tackle. So the great run turns into a mishap on the tackle. We'll have some of the fans saying he was down. 49-14. The referees are probably let it play out.
Yeah. And that one, the back judge was right on top of it. I mean, he was 5 yards away, so he had a good view of what was going on.
Well, most of the time, officials are right on top of things, and I don't care the best official in the world. It's not going to get everything exactly perfect. That's why they have replay and allow us the opportunity to think something, but you can never, ever take it out on anybody until you get in their shoes and walk a day.
Well,
and
truth be known, probably on every play they could call a penalty.
Left, right, he's got
3 minutes and counting. 49-14 Tigers still lead it here in the fourth.
Here's the handoff. Goes straight ahead. For the most part, immediately on the tackle.
Brody Jones in on the tackle.
That is okay. You see,
that was a good conversation. Wasn't it?
Well, I was conversing with the remote that James handed me because I was making this camera do funky things there for a minute. I'm going to say because he's walking off, he was pointing to the wrong buttons. I was going position 1, position 2, and position 3. Here's a long pass to Gaines, in and out of the hands. On the coverage for the Tigers was Ryland Edwards.
Yeah, he was put step for step. Hunter Leffridge. And it was a good pass. It should have been caught, and he'll go back to the film and look at that and just cringe.
I thought for a minute we had 5 guys doing commentary, but there was just a mosquito beside me.
That's a big mosquito.
My gosh.
That's 2:11. That did stop the clock, the incomplete pass. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Roll out to the left side. Lustig looks for his receiver, finds him. Still on his feet. Tigers looking to pull him down, still on his feet.
Edwards, it looked like Tussler over there to knock him out of bounds. I'm sorry, DeLong. No, it was 25, Tussler.
Spot the ball at the 44-yard line. That's a Mustang 1st down and 10 with 1:55 remaining in the game. Here's the pass to the near side, caught. Number 11 with the reception. Tigers there on the tackle.
Yeah. Again, Tussler and Woods on the tackle.
That's going to be a Blue Peak official timeout on the field. Blue Peak Fiber Internet. This looks like a possible cramp as well, so we'll give them a minute to figure that out. I think it's Edwards. But while we're doing that, we'll just mention that Blue Peak Fiber Internet is new to Cushing, but not new to great internet. Stay connected and get updates and special offers by signing up at mybluepeak.com/Cushing. And there you will find their reliability, their guarantees. You will find their special offers as they are laying the lines and signing up customers moving from the west side of town. No, from the east side of town to the west. No, east side. Yeah, west side of town to the east side of town. Santa Claus still lives in the north, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure I knew that one. Here's Edwards now making his way off the field.
And it was a cramped way they were cranking his foot back towards him. So, again, that's a sign. You've had 2 Tigers cramp up tonight. With health management.
That's right. 1:41 remaining in the game. Mustangs on the move. 1st down and 10. Lustig stays in the quarterback.
Clock running.
There's the snap. The end reverse goes to Gaines. He has a blocker in front.
Of
course,
real
he's got
estate.
speed. He's got Joyner from behind.
Good job by Joyner to keep him in bounds. That means the clock is still running, I thought.
What's that?
Here's the markers.
Yeah. Now it's running. White Hat got that restarted back up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Zach asked for it. I didn't even make that decision. That wasn't my decision. That was Zach's.
That's a lot better way to do it. Because now rolling to his left. Lustig finds a man near the end zone.
Nice.
Is in the end zone. And that'll be a touchdown for Ulaga with 47.4 seconds remaining.
Mojita on the coverage, but the receiver made a nice move back into the middle to get open for the last 3 yards.
I think we'd even come up with that idea a couple weeks ago.
40 to
Or
20.
let him do that?
Yeah.
Well,
because he's, on those controls and right on top.
I'll be honest with you, we came up with a lot of ideas a few weeks ago. Well, not many of them have worked out.
That is true. That is true. Here's the hold and the kick. The kick is up and the kick is good. 21-49, 47.4 seconds remaining. Look for this, Bruce, probably to be what, victory formation type deal?
No, I mean, if you've got your underclassmen in there, let them run the play. Let them run the clock out that way. But with that being said, the coach didn't come down and ask me.
Tiger fans now beginning to pack things up in the stands. Tigers traveled well tonight.
They did.
It was about an hour and a half. I didn't really look at the clock. I just tried to get here.
Yeah, something like that. It's pretty close, but
Hour
I mean,
20.
This side of the stands were a lot more full than the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Tiger faithful and the Tiger faithful all over the world joining us right here on Hub Network Live.
and Oologah about 25 miles north of Tulsa.
I forgot to tell you during your interview earlier, Bailey and Carly came up to say hi.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they said, well, we better not interrupt him. I said, no, you probably shouldn't.
Usually it doesn't mean much to Carla. She'd just do it anyway. But.
Right. I guess I was your defender. They were coming this direction. I was standing over there, so they started talking to me.
So you have that teacher-student relationship
That's
with
right.
them, that sense.
Yeah. Which, we can write this down as a parent-teacher conference, has gone really, really great.
That's good. That's
class,
good.
So
That's
very
a good
proud.
way to
Very proud. You should be.
You can mark that one. You can mark that one down on your list.
So a lot of the sporting events and things are the best places to catch folks.
Yeah.
That, do positive contacts as well. And thankfully, we have a lot more positive contacts than we have need improvement contacts.
There's one thing you mentioned that. I mean, I will say that she has really enjoyed the agriculture program, the horticulture program out there. You guys are provide, and it's a top quality program. And just was it 2 years ago? You guys.
The fall of 23.
Top 10, yeah.
Yep, top 10 in the nation. And
so, I mean, it's
a big honor there. And like you said, those students come in there, and she's just been a delight to come into class. But there's just a group of them that are just fun to work with. And that'll end things here, but I'll just wrap that up by saying that group is becoming a really competitive group in that horticulture class for team competitions later in the year, and I look forward to that as well.
Absolutely.
So. As the teams gather at midfield, Bruce and I will bring a few thoughts here, but Coach will talk quickly to the team, and we'll get it down to James and get all his audio going. Bruce, your immediate thoughts as we wrap this one up.
Good to see some underclassmen get in there. The Tigers was in command of this, the complete game, and no problems. Tucker come up 8 of 15, 198, 3 touchdowns. Receiving second period, had just one pass. And I think that was to Sharp in the second half. But each one of those, Sharp 3 of 41, a touchdown. Ward 2 for 62 for a touchdown. Simpson 2 for 83, touchdown. And Kersey 2 for 17. In the second half, Parker came in and exploded with 65 yards on 8 carries. He has a touchdown. Fry, again, another stellar night. 10 carries, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Edwards came in, 4 carries in a row, 30 yards and a touchdown. Mahalik, I know I didn't say that right, but he had 2 rushes. Mojica. Butler came in at quarterback, Noah Butler, 4 carries, 8 yards. And Davis Tussler came in. I'm going to give him 29 yards, but he fumbled after that 120-yard scamper. But nevertheless, he showed some promise for the Tigers.
Yeah, all in all, I think we can say that it's nice to see the Tigers now 2 weeks in a row come out, fire all jets right at the beginning of the game, carry that through the game, put them away back to back. Brings us up to a 5-1 record here in week 6, and James is getting coached with the microphone on, and we're going to go to James as soon as he gives us the signal to, or as soon as we get a point and a click.
And real quick, talk about the defense.
He's ready. We're going to go right now.
Hey, James!
So it's always good to bring that stuff up. But, hey, Coach, this is one of those games that you get to get the younger players in. And we talk about this a lot. The reps that they get on games like this are invaluable in the season. So speak to that, like what that means and your philosophy. For sure. And, Smart, they saw against their first team offense. They didn't build as an offense or defense receiving fast, high-speed, quarterback football. And that's good when you come up and happen. These guys stepped up and did a good job. And they gave up a couple scores and still made them punt one time and she just stopped to go away. So I'm proud of it. So what's your takeaway offense and defense on this game? What things you thought right on moving forward? challenge when you start fast. That's been our thing. So kind of start slow and it's kind of figured out what you're going to between that on the first drive and scored or stop them and then scored. So starting fast and finishing the same way is going to be something we'll challenge with. You got to be able to get things in. Yeah, that's true. But I said my wife earlier. I said, this has been a slow start team, but they're kind of back a little bit later. So it's hard to break that trend whenever you have that. So it is. It's we don't want to be labeled the slow start. No, it's not that. I know, but we'll continue to work on that and just whenever we do get going offensively and use some tempo, kind of getting in the feel of things, we do a pretty good job. And defense, for the most part, not good. Finding that rhythm and really finding that is difficult, especially if they all have their own rhythm. Moving forward, I mean, we'll have 4 gifts, and they're giving a ball they can handle right now. So that's going to be more important as we get along, especially if we get the distance. Oh, absolutely. We got our eyes will be on Wagner this week. And, we kind of had a few tussles with those guys in the last few weeks. So, they'll bring a good team to town, and we're going to have to be ready on a short week. It is a short week, and Coach, I can't say enough how proud we are of you, and how much the fans appreciate you, and obviously for Cushing and for the school, and tell the team we appreciate them. They're doing a great job. I appreciate you guys and what you guys do. I know that's a great service for people that also are able to be here to watch. And I have a lot of family in San Diego. I'm very nice, and they're watching, so I appreciate you guys. Especially on rainy nights, or quote-unquote rainy nights, when somebody's wife goes to Wausau to go shopping, so she can watch on not at 9. But hey, great job, Coach. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Those thoughts by Coach Morgan. And apologize for just a quick delay there as an adjustment here, an adjustment there had to be made. But good thoughts of where the team's at now and where the team's going in the weeks to come. And as we wrap up the Blue Sky Bank post-game interview and the post-game report, Tiger offense, I'll just finish the thought. The Tiger offense and defense, so the special teams, they're clicking and they're in rhythm. And we like the music they're playing. And let's dance. So another victory behind the Tigers this week. Week 6, 5-1 record, and I believe it is next Thursday night. They mentioned the short week because of fall break. We'll be out of school Thursday and Friday. We will have and I believe it's a home football game.
It is home.
Yeah, I'm not sure because we'll have homecoming the next week. So maybe it is maybe it's away. He mentioned Fort Gibson. Might be at Fort Gibson.
Hey, pick up a copy of the Hub Magazine. It'll tell you.
There we go. Hub Magazine out. And make sure and get around to those sponsors in there and tell them thank you for making this broadcast possible. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We'll hope you'll be back with us next week. And from all of us here at Hub Network Live, thank you and God bless.